What if I told you you could start commanding yourself to do what you need to do without being a bitch about it? This method has a proven 100% success rate, and it works for everybody, no matter shape or size. It's applicable to both genders and all races, so long as you're human. It doesn't apply to all species. Only caveat, so many people say they're gonna start or stop doing something, but they never actually get to that because they can't commit, and that shit sucks. That feeling sucks. It's not productive to be this way. This video is about habits. It's about increasing the good and decreasing the bad, because that is very important, because we are, as people, are defined by our habits. Our habits dictate where we will head in life. And if you want to head somewhere, if you're a normal person, you don't want to head into a trash hole. You want to head somewhere where there is diamonds and gold. It all just comes down to doing. You can actually tell yourself that you're gonna go do something and actually end up doing it without listening to your feelings and your thoughts and other garbage that gets in the way. You don't need to listen to your thoughts and your feelings because they are irrational. They come from nowhere. They're not based on anything concrete, and for that reason you don't need to listen to them. The more you do something, the more reinforced that thing becomes. When neurons fire, they wire, and I'll explain what that means. Every time you think, learn, or do something, it's like walking down a path in the forest. The first time you walk down a new trail, the path is hard to see. There's bushes and fog and animals in the way, let's say. This is like learning something new. But the more you take the exact same path, the more worn into the ground it becomes. And slowly, the path gets clearer. You get more familiarized to it, or action. Fire together each time you repeat this task. Eventually, the path becomes a well-worn trail, and your brain will automatically use it because it's the fastest way to get to where you need to be. Then the neurons are now wired together. Riding a bike is a good example. At first it's hard to ride a bike. You can't balance on it. The pedaling feels awkward. The seat hurts your ass. The more you practice, the more stronger your brain pathway gets. And then it's just automatic. You could ride a bike with your eyes closed. Piece of cake, right? Piece of cake, right? Bad habits are the same. Habits in general are the same. If you ever snack when you're bored, that neural pathway gets stronger too. That's why bad habits are hard to break. All you need to do is walk down that path a little bit less. You just need to make those neurons fire less. You need to progressively decrease the amount of time that you indulge in this habit. That's like walking down this path less. What happens when a worn out trail, gravel trail, isn't walked on for a long time? What happens when it's not maintained? Grass starts sprouting from it. That trail is gone. It's a blank canvas. That pathway is gone. That habit is crushed. What you need to do is create another pathway in the meantime. Indulge in that pathway more, and the one you're trying to not walk down will just fall. One good indication is that if this new pathway if it just feels weird, if it's unnatural or out of the ordinary, that means a new pathway is forming. This discomfort that you're feeling is actually good. It means you're wearing this into the ground. It means your concrete is coming out of the truck and it's being I don't know what the machine is called that creates the concrete for the roads. I don't know what it's called, but that machine is machining, bro. That machine is machining. This is a new route being created, and the more you go down that route, this new route, the more polished it becomes. What about relapsing? What if you're trying to walk down a new path, but you mess up and you walk down the old one? What if you trying to keep a good habit, trying to abstain from something, but unfortunately the devil gets a grip of your balls and now they're torn off? What happens? It's normal. You gotta remember, this shit happens. Relapses happen. They're not a sign of failure. If you're relapsing, if the time between each relapse increases, if you relapse once after a week, and then once again after 2 weeks, and then again after a month, then after that a month and a half, there's nothing to worry about. It means you're improving. This is a sign of improvement. This is a positive trajectory with a slight dip, but then it goes back up. And it goes back up longer than when it did right before it just dipped. But if these relapses they just keep on happening and you just can't seem to control them, you relapse once after 3 days, then after 2 days, and then after 4 days, and then once again after 2 days, you're not actually making any progress here. Then it comes down to progressive overload. You are reaching too high and you are too short. You need to reach for something You just need to stretch just enough where you could reach it or whatever. You're too short to reach the stars, but you're tall enough to reach the monkey bars. You need to reach for the monkey bars and reach for the stars when you grow your spine out. So instead of trying to be an overachiever and wearing yourself thin, what you could do instead, bit by bit, just try taking crumbs at a time before you could put the whole cake in your mouth. I'll give you an example, right? I was trying to wake up early, and it's difficult, bro. I love to sleep. I love sleeping, but I wish I didn't because nothing happens when you're asleep. So what did I do? I bought a speaker on Amazon, a little mini speaker. It's like $50, I think. Maybe it's $100. I don't know. But it's like an Anker Soundcore Mini. It's not that bad. And when I wake up, the problem with waking up early is you're just bored. You're already tired, and this neuron pathway that I created, I just want to go back to sleep. I just want to go back to sleep, man. I just want to lay down. I just want to put my head in my pillow and just close my eyes and just not do anything. But that gets in the way of me making shit like this. I'll do something that I'll enjoy, but I don't want to get up out of bed to do it. I won't be able to do that. I can't get out of bed. I'll get more gratification by just laying back down than I will by getting up and doing something I enjoy. Not even like video games or getting up and eating chocolate is gonna do anything. So what do? I got a speaker. I'll just turn it on. I'll go on my Spotify playlist and I'll just blast Metallica or whatever. I'll listen to things that I enjoy listening to. I'll listen to music, loud music that I enjoy listening to. I'll crank the volume up to the max level. Right now it's sitting on top of my closet, on top of my wardrobe. I'll pick it up. I'll blast the fucking whatever I'm listening to. Loudest volume, I'll crank that shit up, both on the speaker and on my phone, loud as I can. You try going to sleep fucking with Metallica blaring in your fucking bedroom. I challenge you. You won't be able to, and you don't want to. That shit gets me lamped up, bro. You won't be able to sleep with that shit. Fucking, I'll try to go back to sleep. I'm like, alright, cool, now I can just rest easy. I know I'm not going to. That's why I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied that I'm not going to go back to sleep. I won't be able to sleep with this loud shit blasting in my room. So I'm already amped up. It's early. This is the energy that I need to get out of bed. I'll take my speaker. I'll take it with me into the shower. It's not inside the shower, but it's sitting on the sink. And I'm listening to shit while I shower. And I'm up now, man. I'm awake. I can get the day started. So this is a progress. Now I don't need a speaker to get me out of bed. I could just roll out of bed. Sometimes the speaker just gets annoying. I don't want to listen to music first thing when I wake up. I like quiet mornings now. Usually, quiet mornings used to put me back to sleep. Now I look forward to being awake, to being present while the birds are still chirping and shit. Yada yada, whatever, you know what I mean? So you just gotta make it easier for you to pick this shit up. Think about it like when you're going to the gym. I'm not gonna go to the gym and lift the heaviest fucking thing I could see. I won't be able to. I gotta start light. When I start repping on that, the muscle builds. When the muscle builds, I could lift something heavier, and so on and so forth and so forth. I want to start eating healthier. You know what I'm gonna do? I eat Uber Eats every day. It's on my floor. I just ate. I got the receipt for them. I'm not gonna show you it, but I'm gonna show you what I ate. It was a couple of burritos. I just hammered both of them down, just shoved them in my mouth. But this is really taking a toll on my health. I'm getting breakouts and shit. You can't see it on screen, but I'm getting acne. My skin, it looks like shit. I feel like shit. I can't think clearly. I just feel tired. I don't feel good. I want to start eating real food again. I feel good. This shit messes up your hormones, you know. What I'll do, here's my honest plan, and this is something easy. This is something I could do. This is something that anyone could do, bro. What am I gonna do for breakfast? I'll just skip breakfast. I don't like eating breakfast. I don't like to eat first thing in the morning. I like to fast for a few hours. Then I like to eat. I'll meal prep chicken and rice. Chicken and rice I can make. That's not hard at all. It's easy. I have the chicken and the vegetables bake in the oven, and the rice just cooks on the stovetop. There's like you don't need a brain. You don't need to be Ramsay to cook this shit. It's easy. For dinner, I'll eat something that I really enjoy eating. I'll indulge in something tasty, right? I need something tasty because when you're eating Uber Eats for a goddamn year, it's hard to neglect taste. It's so profound. Anyway, it becomes such an important piece it becomes such an important part of the meal. So I'll cook pasta. I'm not gonna think about the macros that much. It's mostly just carbs. I'll put like a sausage in there. Then there you go. There you got the protein. But right now. I can't really be worrying about that. I need to build a habit of getting into the kitchen, picking up the knife, cutting shit, putting it in the skillet, yada yada, all that lame shit. I gotta get in the habit of that again. And the only way I'll get into the habit is by making that habit something I want to do. I don't wanna just cook and make chicken and rice and eat that 3 times a day, man. I can't go back and eat like eggs and sausage and potatoes. I know that sounds really good, but man, it gets real boring. Sometimes all you want is pizza. I eat pizza for breakfast right nowadays, man. That's how bad it's gotten. So that's my honest plan, bro. Chicken and rice and pasta. Homemade pasta. They're both homemade. So 2 homemade meals. One, I don't really enjoy that much, but I need to eat something. And the second one, something that I really will like to eat. Something that I want to get in the kitchen to make. I love pasta. I always have. That's my progressive overload right there. I'm not going to be... Soon I'm just going to replace the pasta with something else. And I'm going to go back to eating eggs and shit in the morning like a normal person. I know that plan's going to work because it's a no-brainer. Of course it'll work. Because I've done something similar that also worked. So, there you go. If you want to get better in life, if you want to ascend, humans as people, we're not made to just lay down and chill and just do nothing. We got goals. Goals give us purpose. Goals give us meaning in life. Goals give us a reason to get out of bed. Without goals, we are purposeless. Goals give us purpose. Mission gives us purpose. And it's hard to fulfill that need if you just have shit habits. There's nothing to lose except self-respect. Not that you had much of it anyway. Another thing you'd lose is the potential to ascend. You can't fly if your wings are tucked behind your back. So spread them. Or you can have your miserable life spread your ass cheeks and fuck the shit out of you.